It is the Paperclip, home of the 6th race of the 2022 NASCAR XFINITY Series season, brings us here to the virtual Martinsville Speedway for tonight's running of a 195-lap race. It is the Call 811 Before You Dig 250. Today's doubleheader continues on as we had the NASCAR XFINITY Truck Series run their race earlier this afternoon after the race was rained out last night. And tonight, the forecast doesn't look that great. Right now, we have a lot of rain in the forecast. We have even some lightning in the forecast as well. Now, this is expected to hit a little bit later on in the night. So, you definitely have these drivers and teams here at the track pretty nervous. Will we get this full race in, or will it be interrupted by rain? So, a lot of questions left to be answered here regarding the full distance of this race. It is the first short track race of the year nonetheless, and it is the 6th race of the year. And let's take a look here at the points, the playoff leaderboard, as we prepare for tonight's battle here at the Paperclip. Brandon Jones continues to lead the points. 4 top 10s in the first 5 races gives him a 6-point lead on Daniel Hemrick in the regular season points. There's been nothing but consistency for driver 19. Both names are in green because they have a win, along with Allmendinger, Moffitt, and last week's winner, Allmendinger, who grabbed the win at Atlanta 1 week ago, locking himself into the postseason. But we still have quite a few names that you would expect to win here any weekend. We have guys like Noah Gragson, who made the Final Four a year ago. He won the playoff race here at Martinsville last year. Ty Gibbs won 4 times a year ago. He's still winless. Josh Berry, a 2-time winner from 2021, including this race last spring. So those are some guys that you can expect to be a factor here tonight. Jed Burton holds down the final spot in the playoffs, just 1 point over the one of Sam Mayer. It's been a very frustrating beginning of the season for Sam Mayer, but it's going to be a great track to turn that bad luck around. It's been a beautiful day for the most part. Earlier this afternoon, it was pretty sunny out, but now as the lights begin to come on, it is beginning to get a little cool and windy here. Obviously, with the rain in the forecast, how is the weather changes going to play havoc on the drivers? Because this race was supposed to be, a certain. We expected pretty good weather here for this race tonight, but now it's a little bit cooler than what we were anticipating. So will that play havoc on the drivers and teams down on pit lane? Can they stay up to date on adjustments? This is a relatively short race, so mistakes cannot be made, and track position will be crucial. We're going to be taking a quick break, but don't go anywhere because the drop of the green flag is next here live on the 4Y Broadcasting Network. And the cars are now rolling on the track behind the pace car, and we'll be getting the 1 to go signal here next time by to get us underway here in the Call 811 Before You Dig 250 here from the Martinsville Speedway. The 2 of Sheldon Creed, first career pole. The Wheeler Chevrolet leading us to the green flag. The 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. He ran the truck race earlier this afternoon, as did Sheldon Creed. So these 2 guys, they had some laps already on this track earlier this afternoon. Is that going to help them here tonight? Landon Castle, the Chevrolet on the inside of row 2 with a 39 of Ryan Sieg. On the outside, the pink and black colors for the 39 here this evening. A lot of questions. Are we going to get this race in? Will the rain hold off? Will we have a younger driver, maybe a more inexperienced guy tackle this racetrack and grab the win, or will it be a veteran like John Hunter Nemechek grabbing the win? Anthony Alfredo and Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger and Josh Berry, Brandon Jones, Brett Moffitt, your top 10 as we come down to the green flag, and we are green here at the Paperclip. And now the mission for a lot of these guys on the outside lane is to quickly try to navigate your way to that inside line. Try to get to the bottom as quickly as you can before you lose too many spots. But off turn 4 is the 2 of Sheldon Creed with the lead, with the 20 not giving up just yet. Fighting on the outside for the lead. Nemechek, he went a little bit too high there in turn 1 and 2. That's going to allow Landon Castle, the 10 car, to possibly get to the inside and clear him down here in 3 and 4. So move Castle to second. Nemechek drops back to third, but he'll have enough time, enough room to get in front of the 23 of Anthony Alfredo. Great running qualifying by this 23 car. AJ Allmendinger right behind him in 5th place. Now Brandon Jones, your point leader, going after Ryan Sieg. There's Jones' teammate Ty Gibbs down low in that 18 car. Josh Berry missed the corner on turn 3. Lost a spot to the 51 of Jeremy Clements. There's that 68 Brandon Brown getting passed by the 11 of Daniel Hemrick. Second in the points entering the night in that 11 car. Ryan Priest making his first start of the year for the partnership between BJ McLeod Motorsports and Stewart Haas Racing. They're basically using the owner points from BJ McLeod's team to field a car that is prepared by Stewart Haas Racing, currently outside the top 10 right now. So we go back up to the front though. Top 3, single file, trying to drive away from the field. Creed, Castle, and Nemechek. Look at the top 7 or 8 are single file now, but the top 3 I've been able to check out, and now Allmendinger running a different line. We saw some guys in the truck race, they were running a different line, like entering the corner, they were making speed, they were making passes in that second lane that you see Allmendinger running right now. I don't believe that lane has come in yet. He just lost a spot to the 18 of Ty Gibbs. So move Gibbs into the top 5 now. Jeremy Clements having a great run though. Early on here inside the top 10. He's outside. He's had a pretty tough year so far. The South Carolina driver. Brandon Jones, he picked up some spots on the restart, but now he is dropped back outside the top 10. There's Justin Allgaier, the 7. There was a 5 of Ryan Priest, and Barry again up the track and a little bit of contact with the 1 of Sam Mayer, his own teammate. A little bit of contact with Mayer and Barry, but they keep it straight. There's Kaz Gralla in the 48 trying to make a pass on the inside lane. But we had some pretty good cars though, starting a little bit deeper in the field. The 9 of Noah Gregson did not get a good lap in qualifying. The 98 of Riley Herbst also trying to move up through the field after a poor qualifying run. And there's that 88 Dale Earnhardt Jr. One guy we got to keep an eye on here, making his one and only start of 2022. Further back, you have the 21 of Austin Hill. Also has kind of struggled here throughout the course of the weekend. But here he is trying to find his way to the front. As we go back up to the front, it is the 2 of Sheldon Creed leading Landon Castle and John Hunter Nemechek first, second, and third. They've opened a pretty good lead on Anthony Alfredo in 4th place. Working here on lap number 13 of 195. Stage 1 is 60 laps, so the first 60 laps will be under Stage 1. Then we will have another 60-lap run that will end on lap 120. And then that final stage will be 75 laps. At second place, John Hunter Nemechek beginning to move in on the 10 of Landon Castle for second place. Top 2 guys, Creed and Castle, they've never won in this series before. Castle, this is really the best opportunity he's had of his entire career. You know, go back to 2008, ran a limited schedule for Junior Motorsports, but it was a pretty young driver at the time, didn't have a lot of experience, but now over the years, starting parking and running in lower tier equipment, it's given him an opportunity to go out here with colleague racing, and right now he's had a pretty good start of the year, but still searching for that first win of 2022. Anthony Alfredo, this is going to be his first full Xfinity season. Ran full time in the Cup Series a year ago, dropped back down here to Xfinity in 2022, and he had a top 5 at Daytona. He's had, I believe, another top 10 throughout the course of the year, but Alfredo having a strong run here inside the top 5. He qualified, I believe he qualified 5th for this race, and he's actually moved up to 4th place, and he's kept that spot, so he's doing a great job in that 23 AJ Allmendinger. Your winner from last week at Atlanta, currently inside the top 5. Ty Gibbs still searching for his first win of the year. currently in 6th. Ryan Sieg has dropped back to 7th. Jeremy Clements, Daniel Hemrick, and Brandon Jones. That is your top 10. Josh Berry now trying to get to the inside of his teammate Allgaier for 11th. Right behind him is Ryan Preece back in 13th. And the battle up here between Clements and Hemrick continues on. Clements trying to clear him on the corner exit, but Hemrick stays to the outside. I believe that as this race goes on, you're going to see that second lane begin to come in a little bit more as this night continues on. I feel like it's going to take a while for these guys to get that second lane working, and Hemrick's trying to do it, but Brandon Jones is going to try to take advantage of it right now to the inside, entering turn 3. Further ahead, Ty Gibbs, he's gotten around the 16 of Allmendinger and now working on the 23 of Alfredo, and he's doing it, as I said, on that second lane, that middle lane down in turn 1 and 2. He's getting some pretty good bite off the corner. He's gotten to the outside of the 16, but now Alfredo moves up into turn 3. Allmendinger takes advantage of it, tries to take that spot away down low in the 16 car. 4th place now, changing hands. Give it to AJ Allmendinger in the 16. And now on lap number 22, with this being the short track, it takes no time for the leaders to get to the back half of the field. We already got a couple of cars a lap down. There's that 13 of Brendan Poole. He's already been put a lap down. The 92 car, that's Dexter Bean, making his first start of the year. In that 92 car, he's already got a lap down. And now the 47 car of Matt Mills will try to stay on the lead lap. This is only the first of 3 straight short track races here on the schedule. We have Richmond next weekend, and then in 2 weeks we will head to Bristol, Thunder Valley. So this is just the first of 3 straight short track races here on the schedule. So if you piss somebody off tonight, there's a pretty good chance that they could come back looking for you next week or the following week. So it's going to be fun to watch as a fan, as a spectator, as they try to get around the 47 of Matt Mills. Nemechek still right there on the bumper of the 10 of Landon Castle. Allmendinger and Ty Gibbs have now gotten around the 23 of Alfredo. That puts them 4th and 5th. Alfredo now to 6th. And now the 39 of Ryan Sieg trying to make some time up in that second lane. And 7th. Hemrick, Allgaier, and now Clements, who's dropped to 10th place in the last couple of laps. The 2-car last couple laps, so Sheldon Creed's gotten stuck behind the 35 of Patrick Emmerling. And that lead between Creed and Castle has definitely decreased within the last couple of laps. And now the problem for Castle, though, is now he has to try to maneuver his way around that 35 car while also trying to play defense with the 20 of Nemechek, who's looking to the bottom as Castle tries to make a pass on the outside lane here in 3 and 4. And this is where Castle and Nemechek, they feel like they don't really have the speed to run with the 2-car right now. At least try to use these lap down cars as an advantage. Try to use them as a way to make up a little bit more time on that 2-car. Sheldon Creed there right now is definitely a completely opposite end of a race so far. When you look at the RCR teammates, you have Sheldon Creed leading the race, but his teammate Austin Hill back here in 19th place in that 21 car. Definitely just has not had the speed. Jeremy Clements, he is falling back like a rock in that 51. I'm not sure what's going on with Clements. He's falling back outside the top 20 almost. He was inside the top, well inside the top 10, and the 21 just put the 13 in the wall. Brendan Poole. And I believe he may have a right front tire down to 13 of Brendan Poole. Off the pace down in turn 1 and 2. He's going to try to get down to pit lane. He's got clean track now. Got put in the wall by the 21 of Austin Hill coming off turn 4. And he's unable to get to pit road. So Poole, he is slow on the bottom of the racetrack. trying to get out of everybody's way. And if he can't make it back to pit road, will that bring out a yellow? As Landon Castle has caught the two of Sheldon Creed now. So we could have a battle for the lead here shaping up. We could have a caution note coming out. Should the 13 not be able to get to pit road? And he just slowed down the 16 of Allmendinger. Allmendinger had a check up and he lost 2 spots to Gibbs and Alfredo. And now the 13 makes it to pit lane. So Brendan Poole will get to pit road as we go back up to the front with the 2 of Sheldon Creed and the 10 car of Landon Castle. They've got around the 45 car, Ryan Ellis. The 38 of CJ McLaughlin's also gone a lap down. Already 34 cars on the lead lap currently. Then now they're side by side ahead of them. The 99 of Stephen Parsons, the 91 of Preston Pardis. And Creed up the track in 3 and 4. Castle on the bottom. Can Castle use that 99 as a pick? And Creed a little bit higher up the track than I believe he wanted to. And here comes Castle for the lead off turn 2. Landon Castle to lead on lap 36 of 195. His 2 teammates, Daniel Hemrick and AJ Allmendinger, they've already been in victory lane here this year and back in Fontana and just last week in Atlanta. Trying to add his name to the list of winners here in 2022. Castle had the lead, but now Creed fighting back. He's not done yet. He's looking to the inside in 3 and 4. And Castle trying to shut the door, but not trying to get himself spun early on as well. And now Creed had a great turn 3 and 4. He's able to stay alongside the 10 of Castle. And as these two guys battle, that's going to allow the 20 car of John Hunter Nemechek to move into the battle for second place. Now Creed takes the lead back away from the 10 of Castle. And there you saw the 20, John Hunter. Creed missed the corner. John Hunter drove it in deep, and he's going to try to grab the lead here in turn 3. So once again, another lead change here in just a handful of laps. It's the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek grabbing the lead away from the 2 of Sheldon Creed. And now Creed is stuck in that outside lane. Landon Castle, the 10, he's going to try to take that second spot back away. So put Nemechek on point. Put Castle in second. Creed in third. Now Nemechek overdrove the corner. Here comes Castle back to the inside. And we have about 20 laps to go here in this opening stage in Martinsville. We have 3 cars under a blanket. It's about 3.5 seconds back to 4th place Ty Gibbs. And Castle now takes the lead back away as Nemechek up the track in 3 and 4. Creed takes second away. And they're doing this while trying to get around these lap down cars. And then you have Ty Gibbs, he's all by himself in 4th place. Justin Allgaier has now taken 5th place away. Daniel Hemrick is 6th. Alfredo has dropped to 7th. Ryan Sieg, Josh Berry, and now Sam Mayer has moved into the top 10 as Allmendinger has now dropped to 11th. So we definitely got some comers and goers here. The 6th of Ryan Vargas going a lap down, and now the 36 of David Starr. We'll go a lap down to Castle here off turn 4. Stephen Parsons, the 99, also got put a lap down. Brandon Jones, one driver who is struggling right now is that 19 car, Brandon Jones. He is falling back to 24th place right now in that 19 car, and he's not too far away, honestly, from going a lap down. I mean, there's Jones, and here's Castle, and we have about 15 to go here in the stage, so I believe he should be good enough to stay on the lead lap as Castle missed the corner in 1 and 2. So we may have another battle here shaping up in 3 and 4. Sheldon Creed back to the inside of Landon Castle. That's the 66 car of J.J. Yaley trying to stay on the lead lap. Yaley right now running in the 30th spot. And Creed is going to, and he will take that lead away. And John Hunter, he has not been able to go anywhere with these some of these lap down cars back here. And he's Not too far ahead of his own teammate Ty Gibbs now. Now Creed gets around the 66 of J.J. Yaley. But some guys definitely not having a good run here early on. You got the 19 of Brandon Jones, the 48 of Kaz Grala. He had a top 10 at Atlanta last week. There was Austin Hill, the 21 car. Talked about Brandon Jones, Noah Gregson. He has not even made any headway. Back here with Austin Hill. I mean, just a lot of good cars just kind of struggling right now. And luckily, we're going to have a caution here in about 10 laps. And now Creed's been able to put about a half a second advantage on Landon Castle. 29 cars on the lead lap here with 11 to go in stage 1. Bailey Curry next up to go a lap down in the 15 car. As we look a little bit further back here, we got Ty Gibbs in 4th. Daniel Hemrick's now grabbed 5th away from Allgaier, who's now dropped to 6th. Allmendinger, he fell back outside the top 10. He's already driven his way back up to 7th. There's Sam Mayer, Alfredo, and Sieg. Barry and Priest, 11th and 12th. Solid run here by the 68 of Brandon Brown inside the top 15. Jeb Burton. He's had some success here in the Truck Series. In the 27 car, his teammate Alfredo's been inside the top 10 for the entire race. Jeremy Clements back here in 15th. He fell back outside the top 20. He's now worked his way back up to 15th. Derek Griffith is in 16th. Noah Gregson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Austin Hill, and Riley Herbst. That is your top 20. Brett Moffitt, 21st. Brandon Jones, 22nd. Ryan Truex, Sage Karam, Kaz Grala. Kyle Weatherman, 26th. Myatt Snyder, Austin Wayne Self. Those are the 28 cars on the lead lap as Bailey Curry has been put a lap down. And now Landon Castle has taken the lead back away from the 2 car of Sheldon Creed. It's like one guy gets the lead and then they miss the corner. They get held up by a lap down car. And like right now, here comes the 2 of Creed. Diving it in deep into turn 1. Trying to retake that lead away. Went around that 92 car of Dexter Bean. He's going to go a second lap down here with about 6 to go here in the stage. Castle gets by for second. Remember, in about 5 laps, we are going to have stage points be awarded to our top 10 finishers here in this stage. Right now, Sam Mayer is 7th, Ryan Sieg 8th, Josh Berry, and Ryan Priest. That is your top 10 here currently. Right now, Priest is not running for Xfinity points, so he would not get any points. But for a guy like Anthony Alfredo, who is right around that cut line, stage points could be pretty big for that 23 car moving forward here in this race. And he kind of missed the bottom there in turn 3 and 4. Here comes Allmendinger back to the inside. If you go back up to the front, Sheldon Creed's been able to hold on to lead now with Landon Castle right there behind him. John Hunter has been running some pretty good lap times the last 4 or 5 laps. Probably because he's got some clean track ahead of him now. Able to kind of focus on hitting his marks. Try and get up here and catch Creed and Castle, who've been on a clinic. They have almost a 4-second lead on Ty Gibbs in 4th place. Like, these 3 cars have been on it since the drop of the green flag, and be a big day for Sheldon Creed or Landon Castle. They can pull off and win here tonight at Martinsville. Get that one of those historic grandfather clocks. Definitely be a big win that they can add on their resume, as now we are entering the final lap here in stage 1. Creed missed the corner in turn 1 and 2. Castle's there. Can Creed get down and shut the door in 3 and 4? Up the track. Castle to the inside lane. Off the corner they go. It's going to be a side-by-side battle at the line. It's going to be the 2-car of Sheldon Creed getting the Stage 1 win over Landing Castle. What an exciting finish it was right there. Sheldon Creed, Landing Castle. Caution came out at a perfect time for the 37 car. Austin Wayne Self stays on the lead lap. He was just about to go a lap down had those two guys not battled. And the 15 car of Bailey Curry. He should be getting a free pass here under this yellow flag. And now these guys have an opportunity to come down pit road, make some adjustments, try to get their cars better. What does Ty Gibbs, what does Daniel Hemrick, what does Justin Allgaier, what do they need to be able to have a little bit more speed to get up there and challenge the 20, the 10, and that too of Sheldon Creed? Creed will also get a playoff point. I believe that might be his second playoff point, his second stage win. I believe we won a stage at Fontana, if I'm not mistaken. But we're gonna watch this race off pit lane, as all of our lead lap cars will come to pit road, and Creed may be the first car off pit lane. It will be the 2 of Sheldon Creed. John Hunter Nemechek, Ty Gibbs will pick up a spot. Landing Castle will lose a spot. Daniel Hemrick, 5th car off pit road. So Bailey Curry will get the free pass as we are under yellow for the first time today here on lap 60. Stage 1 is in the books. In the call 811 before you dig 250. We are under yellow here, under the Stage 1 yellow flag. We are going to be going back green. Next time by, we take a look here at the Stage 1 results. The 2 of Sheldon Creed. Here's Stage 1 winner, Landing Castle, John Hunter Nemechek. They ran first, second, and third the entire race. And that's how they finished. Ty Gibbs, Daniel Hemrick, Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, Ryan Sieg, Josh Berry, and Ryan Preece. All getting stage points, although the Ryan Preece car, the 5, he did not actually get any stage points because he does not run for Xfinity points. Some guys who got shut out of stage points, Anthony Alfredo, AJ Allmendinger, they both ran top 10 for much of that first stage, and neither one got any points. Up front though, Sheldon Creed, John Hunter Nemechek, first and second. Ty Gibbs, he was able to pick up a spot away from Landing Castle on pit road. Daniel Hemrick and Allgaier, 5th and 6th. As we get back into the Geico restart zone, and we are back underway to begin stage number 2. $29 cars on the lead lap. Bailey Curry got the free pass. From the spectator view, Ty Gibbs, the 18, he's going to try to use that inside line to his advantage, try to get around that Joe Gibbs Racing teammate, John Hunter Nemechek, down here in 1 and 2. Landing Castle got stuck in that outside lane, lost the spot to his teammate, Daniel Hemrick. Now the 1 of Sam Mayer drives to his inside in 3 and 4. And we got a car in the wall. We got one car completely out of shape. The 98 Riley Herbst. There's some contact off turn number 3 and 4 between the 98 and I believe that maybe it happens so fast. Maybe the 35 of Emmerling or the 51 of Clements. There's still 3 wide here coming off turn 3 and 4. Still a little bit more contact, and there's more contact, and the 51 is going to get the worst of it. And old Clement's going to get turned around. He saves it. He was able to keep it from spinning out, but a lot of damage on the 51 of Jeremy Clements. He is off the pace. Kind of like what we saw with Brendan Poole earlier. Slow on the bottom and As this was going on, the 15, I believe Bailey Curry had to come down pit road. But Clements off the pace as Sheldon Creed holds the lead over Ty Gibbs and the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. Clements is going to come down pit road, and what a tough break for Jeremy Clements. Ran inside the top 10 for a good much of that first stage. Contact with Riley Herbst and the lap down car of Patrick Emmerling. And we're gonna go back and take a look at what happened, but man, what a blow for that 51 car. He's gonna get his damage pretty quickly, but gotta send him back onto the track as Ty Gibbs is working Sheldon Creed for the lead. Let's take a look at the replay. All right, so here's a better look at what happened, and this really happens the lap prior to the incident with Jeremy Clements. But Riley Herbst, the 98. He's going to go in the middle of the 31 and the 02, and the 51 of Jeremy Clements. He was already out of the groove. Contact with Moffitt and the Riley Herbst sends Riley Herbst down into the 48, or maybe the 31 of Myatt Snyder. But that's what originally initiated all the chaos that took place, and it really began with the 51 of Jeremy Clements went out of the groove in 3 and 4, and I wish I could say it gets better for the 51, but it gets much worse. Here it is, Herb still 3 wide on the bottom, the 35 of Patrick Emmerling in the middle. Herbst bounces off the apron into the grass, and I believe that actually happens down here in 1 and 2, and we're gonna keep it going slow. But Herbst on the bottom. He drives it in deep. Right there, he bounces off the grass, off the curb, into the 51 of Jeremy Clements, who hits the wall, breaks something on the right front, comes back down the track into the 24 Weatherman, Matt Mills, Austin Wayne Self. And it just keeps getting worse for Jeremy Clements, and that's going to take him out of a good finish that he probably deserved. He had a great car here tonight in Martinsville. So as Jeremy Clements leaves pit road, Sheldon Creed and Ty Gibbs first and second. John Hunter Nemechek third. Sam Mayer is now fourth. And look at Ty Gibbs running a different lane in the 3 and 4. Running a little bit higher up the racetrack on the outside of the 2 of Sheldon Creed. But if he's not careful, that could allow the 20 of John Hunter to steal that spot away on the bottom, and I believe that maybe that's probably what's going to happen right here. Nemechek had a great run off turn 2, and he's going to clear the 18 down here in 3 and 4. Gibbs up the racetrack a little bit to put the 20 car back in second place. Now Creed and Nemechek, they ran top 3 much of that really all of stage 1. The other driver who ran top 3 the entire first stage was that 10 car of Landon Castle. And remember, he had to restart 4th. He lost the spot on pit road, and he is now falling back to 8th place in that 10 car. Anthony Alfredo's jumped back inside the top 10. Josh Berry, the 8 car, is now 10th. Jeremy Clements back on the racetrack, able to make work on the 51 car. He's now 2 laps down. Allmendinger, the 16. There's Noah Gregson. He's now moved up to 13th. Derek Griffith right there behind him in the 26th. Brandon Brown. Some of the guys who got damage out of that 51 mess was, Riley Herbst, Patrick Emmerling, Kyle Weatherman. I don't believe any of those guys even came down to pit road, so they must be okay for the moment. There was the 44 car, Sage Karam, a open wheel standout, making his first start of the year. He'll be in this Alpha Prime racing car for a good number of races between the 44 car and the 45 car. Right here, battling the 38, the lap down car of CJ McLaughlin. Kyle Weatherman, this 24 car, this is a team that they really needs to have a good run. Right now, this team does not have any sponsorship for Richmond next week. So they really want to have a good run, a good showing here. Otherwise, this 24 car may not be around much longer, at least on a full-time basis. So, a important night for Kyle Weatherman. There's 15 to Bailey Curry. He had to come down pit road right after the restart, and I believe he was able to stay on the lead lap for the most part. Although I'm not exactly sure if he did because of where he is on the racetrack right now. Yeah, he is 28th, so he is on the lead lap. I think he may have just had to do a pass through, I would assume, but right now Creed under fire right now. The 20 of John Hunter Nemechek right there in second place, putting pressure on the 2 of Sheldon Creed. Ty Gibbs in third place, Sam Mayer and Daniel Hemrick the top 5. Ryan Preece, this 5 car has gotten a lot quicker as this night has progressed, up to 6th place. Landon Castle now trying to get around Allgaier for 7th. Alfredo and Barry continues on inside the top 10. 28 cars on the lead lap right now. And now the 20 car, as you see, John Hunter has grabbed the lead away from the 2 of Sheldon Creed. It looks like the 2 of Sheldon Creed got stuck behind the 13 car of Brendan Poole. And the 20 was able to use the 13 as a pick to get by. And now Joe Gibbs racing first and second with John Hunter Nemechek and Ty Gibbs. John Hunter, he won a truck race here a couple of years ago. Ty Gibbs making his second Martinsville start. Sam Mayer now. It's been a pretty tough year so far for the driver of the 1, Sam Mayer. He has 2 top 10s, but he has several finishes outside the top 20. So it's been a very up and down roller coaster year for the 1 of Sam Mayer, but right now inside the top 5 in third place. Having a great night so far. Ty Gibbs putting pressure on the 20 of Nemechek that just got around the 92 of Dexter Bean. Now going around that 47 of Matt Mills. I see some damage on the right rear quarter panel of that 47 car. That came from the Jeremy Clements accident off turn 2 about 20 laps ago. Right now we have about 5 cars really under a blanket as Gibbs, again, he's looking high and he's trying to make that second lane work, and he had a great run through 1 and 2. Nemechek kind of hit the curb a little bit trying to get around that 35 of Emmerling, but Gibbs way up the track in 3 and 4. So any advantage, any time that Gibbs gained down in 1 and 2 last time by, he lost it all in 3 and 4. Now he has to try to regroup and try it again as Sheldon Creed's gotten around Sam Mayer, and now Hemrick goes after the 1 of Mayer for 4th place. Josh Berry trying to work his way up through the field. He just got around Alfredo, got around Allmendinger. Now he and his teammate Noah Gregson gets around the 16 of Allmendinger as he shoves the 13 car out of the way. 27 Jed Burton 13th. Griffith and Brown 15th inside the top 15. Brandon Jones 16th. Ryan Sieg is 17th. Ryan Truex is back in 18th. Brett Moffitt and Austin Hill. Kaz Gralla 21st. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 22nd. Myatt Snyder. Riley Herbst. Kyle Weatherman 25th. Sage Karam is 26th. And now the 20 is going to get in a more lap-down car. Has got around the 36 of David Starr. There's the 15 of Bailey Curry, who got the free pass under the stage 1 yellow. So Curry's going to go back a lap down. And we saw Landon Castle, we saw John Hunter, we saw Sheldon Creed. They all lost the lead because of lap traffic, but they all were able to get the lead back away because of lap traffic. So Nemechek, he has a little bit more experience than a guy like Ty Gibbs or Sheldon Creed or Landon Castle when it comes to, running up front. So, could that 20 car Nemechek, does that experience possibly help him a little bit more when it comes to navigating his way through some of these slower cars? That could play into the 20's advantage as this race continues on. But right now, 18 to Ty Gibbs, putting a lot of pressure on the 20 on Nemechek. And this is a lot of speed that we didn't see out of this 18 car in that first stage. At least not speed good enough to run up here inside, the top 3 and challenge here for the lead. As you see Ty Gibbs continuing to work that second lane. Unable to do anything with it right now. Sheldon Creed back here in third. Sam Mayer fourth. And Justin Allgaier. That 7 car has gotten a lot quicker on this as this run continues on. I feel like the Junior Motorsports cars are definitely some of the best cars when it comes to long run speed. Josh Berry got quicker as that first stage went on. Allgaier did. Sam Mayer did. I feel like the Noah Gregson's gotten quicker as the night has gone on. Obviously, coming down pit road, making some adjustments has had to help as well. As the 66 of J.J. Yaley goes another lap down to the 18 and the 20. But look at all these cars almost side by side in front of our leaders. And look at Ty Gibbs. He drove it deep into turn 3 and 4 on the outside lane, and he's going to lead this lap at the line. New leader, 18, Ty Gibbs. And he made it look so easy on the outside lane. He drove it so deep in the turn 3 alongside the 20 car. And he made it look so easy. It was around the 99 of Stephen Parsons. 45 of Ryan Ellis. There was that 44 of Sage Karam. The 24 of Kyle Weatherman. Something has happened to the 2 car. Sheldon Creed, he has lost quite a few spots. He's been trapped on this outside lane like the one of Sam Mayer. And they have now both fallen outside the top 5. This is the furthest back we've seen this 2 car all night long. And Lanny Castle, he fell back on the restart, and he's been unable to do anything since he lost that track position on that restart. And now they're still 3 wide. Josh Berry down low. That's the 38 of McLaughlin up top, right up against the wall in the 38. And we have about 22 laps to go here in this second stage. Remember, more points will be awarded right now. Lanny Castle holds down that 10th and final spot. And they are still 3 wide back here with the teammates Mayer and Gregson. Go back up to the front, the 18 of Ty Gibbs. He's now checked out on his teammate John Hunter. Just put the 24 lap down of Weatherman, the 44 of Sage Karam. And the 4, we've had trouble with the 4 car, Ryan Truex. He's been on and off pit lane. Had to make a unscheduled pit stop, had a tire going down. We were hearing from pit lane, so Ryan Truex is now 38th, 2 laps down in that 4 car. Tough break for Truex, who was running inside the top 20, having a pretty quiet but solid run for JD Motorsports. And now may have to try to take advantage of the wave around here. We're also getting some reports from the spotters on the spotter stand that there may be some raindrops falling from the sky onto the track, so it could rain. Impact this race. You see the great race. It's been an awesome race so far, I believe. And Ty Gibbs, he's gotten that second lane working. Watch the 18 car. He's not running the bottom. He's running, that middle lane a little bit higher off the bottom. And he's doing that even if he's, by himself. Like he's not even around anybody else. And look at that line he's running. John Hunter, he's close to the bottom. Although he's also trying to get around the 24 Weatherman. But Ty Gibbs, he's found something, and he is making it work. Look at the speed he's able to carry off the corner. As we got the 47 car of Matt Mills on pit road. He's making some serious speed right now. 3.3 seconds. He is a couple of tenths quicker just, the last 10 laps, ever since he got the lead, he's been like just a couple of tenths quicker lap by lap. And now he's going to try to put the 31 of Myatt Snyder a lap down. And if he does put the 31 a lap down, that will give us 22 cars on the lead lap, and Snyder will go a lap down here. So a lot of things going on. You have guys trying to stay in the lead lap. You have guys trying to work their way forward, trying to get stage points. You have guys trying to, get as far up on the grid as they can should rain come into play and end this race early. And we have about 15-14 to go here in this second stage. It's been a very up and down year so far for Ty Gibbs. He's, he came onto the scene last year, won in his series debut on the Daytona Road Course. He won 4 times a year ago, including that race. Went full time here in 2022, driving the 18 car, the car that won the title with Daniel Hemrick last season. And he's shown a lot of speed, no doubt. He's shown a lot of speed. And speed that was, good enough to win, I believe. And he's just had a lot of bad luck so far. He's only has 2 top 10s in the first 5 races of this season, and which may not seem too bad, but at some point you want to try to get some of that momentum going as you get this season going. And right now he's kind of having an up and down year so far, but right now he's putting on a clinic right now ever since he got that lead away from his teammate John Hunter. There he is going around the 48 of Kaz Grala, putting him a lap down. And right up ahead, he had the 98 Riley Herbst. Remember, Herbst, he got damaged from that Jeremy Clements incident off turn 4 and again off turn 2. And see that damage on that right front of that Monster Energy Ford Mustang. And right up ahead of the 98, the 88, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Can that 88 of Jr. stay on the lead lap? He has 10 more laps he has to try to hang on. And that, with as fast as that 18 car is currently, it's going to be a very tough task at hand for the former 2-time champion, Dale Jr. And we have the 37 car off the pace. Austin Williams himself, he's been in the wall off turn number 4. Excuse me. And he's slow off on the bottom of 1 and 2. Slow down the back straightaway. So trouble for you. One of your rookies for this season, Austin Wayne Self for AM Racing, coming to pit road. He has a tire down on that 37 car. So he's been in the wall. See the damage towards that right front. Kind of update you on the top 10 currently as this stage is coming to a close. Right now, Ty Gibbs has a 4.5 second lead on John Hunter Nemechek. We have a couple of guys who are getting quicker as this run continues on. Justin Allgaier has now driven up to 3rd place in the 7. Josh Berry is now 4th. Sheldon Creed 5th. Landon Castle 6th. Daniel Hemrick is 7th. And then you have Ryan Priest, Noah Gregson, and AJ Allmendinger. That is your top 10 currently. But Sam Mayer, he's dropped back to 11th place in the 1 car. And here's Ty Gibbs trying to put the 98 of Riley Herbst a lap down. A 9-second lead Ty Gibbs has on Allgaier, who's in 3rd place. That is incredible. The pace this 18 car is currently running. Have to wonder if the crew chiefs and spotters are telling these drivers where that 18 is making that time. He's not even running the inside lane. He's running a lane up. So he puts the 98 of Riley Herbst a lap down. He puts the 88 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr. a lap down. And I know a lot of these guys are hoping for a yellow very quickly because there's Brett Moffitt about to go a lap down. There's Derek Griffith right up ahead of our leader Ty Gibbs. We have Austin Hill, Brandon Brown, Ryan C. Brandon Jones. All the way up to Landon Castle is literally a straightaway ahead of Ty Gibbs, almost a straightaway. That is... He is completely killing it right now. And I know he is very upset that he's going to have a yellow here in 2 laps, but that means he will get the stage win. Question is, will he be able to put the 0-2 of Brett Moffitt a lap down before he takes the green and white checker flag? He looks to the outside in 3 and 4. Moffitt gives him the lane up top as we enter the final lap here in stage number 2. The 20-year-old Ty Gibbs for a grandson of Joe Gibbs. I don't believe he's won a stage yet this year, but that is going to change right now as he comes off turn number 4. 3 wide ahead of him, but it's Ty Gibbs winning stage number 2 over the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. He'll be second across the line. Allgaier will be third, Josh Berry 4th, and Landon Castle comes back to grab 5th place. So nice rebound there by the 10 of Landon Castle. Hearing reports from the radar that the rain is basically right over us, so many drivers, many crew chiefs on pit lane spotters, they're not very confident that we're going to be able to get this race fully in without at least a rain delay. We're going to see what happens as Brett Moffitt will get the free pass. Ty Gibbs, the big advantage Ty Gibbs had, and even John Hunter Nemechek, there was so many lap down cars between the 18 and the 20, and the 20 between the 7, that they're going to have a pretty good advantage, even if they have maybe a little small mistake on pit road, on their pit stop. They should be able to get out first and second pretty easily, as they will now get set to make more adjustments to their cars. The 18, they made something on that last pit stop, and it brought that 18 to life. And Gibbs will win the race off of pit lane with John Hunter in second. Allgaier will be third, Josh Berry, Landon Castle, Hemrick, Priest, Gregson, Allmendinger, and Poulsen to Sheldon Creed. Loses a few spots. He'll be 10th. And now we got the lap down cars coming to pit road, and I'm looking to see if anybody stayed out. And we had a few cars stay out. The 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr., the 37 of Austin Wayne Self, and the 39 of Ryan Sieg. They stayed out. Now the 88 is going to take the wave around. The 37 will take the wave around. The 39 is going to be the leader of this race. So Ryan Sieg will be the leader as he stayed out. So how is that going to work out for the 39? Is Kevin Starling, the crew chief of this 39 car, are they playing the rain game? Do they believe the rain is right over us and it's going to start raining here any minute, any second? That's the only thing I can think of right now, but he's running around outside the top 15, so might as well try to pull a Hail Mary and see what happens as Ty Gibbs, the 18 car, wins the second stage here in Martinsville. Getting set to go back green here to begin stage number 3. See the yellow 02 of Brett Moffitt, he will get the free pass. And the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the 37 of Austin Wayne Self will be getting the wave around. Your stage 2 results: Ty Gibbs, John Hunter Nemechek, Justin Allgaier, Josh Berry, Landon Castle, Daniel Hemrick, Ryan Priest, Noah Gregson, Sheldon Creed, and AJ Allmendinger. But the big story here on this restart, at 39 of Ryan Sieg, he stayed out when everybody else came to pit road. So he's going to be on about 60 lap older tires. How is that going to work out for the 39? Back into the Geico restart zone. The 39 is the control car. But can he get going here on the restart? We're back underway. Lap 122 of 195, and a nice run on the outside by the 18 of Ty Gibbs. He clears the 39 before they even get down to turn number 3 and 4. And this is going to be the advantage, I believe, Allgaier and Josh Berry have are on the outside lane. Could they use that outside lane to their advantage to get around that 39 of Ryan Sieg? They also have to hope that the 20 of John Hunter does not knock the 39 out the way and take out who's ever on Ryan Sieg's outside lane. Allgaier was able to clear the 39. Now Josh Berry clears the way up top as well. So Nemechek losing a few spots on the restart, stuck in behind the 39 of Sieg. Here's Landon Castle up the racetrack. Ryan Priest through the middle in the 5. And for the first time today, we're seeing some more speed and more presence out of the 9 of Noah Gragson. We've seen Allgaier, we've seen Berry, and we've seen Sam Mayer run top 5 for a little bit in this race, but we have not seen nothing out of that 9 car just yet. And here he is going after the 5 of Ryan Priest. A little bit further on back here. There's Brett Moffitt. He got the free pass. There's the 88 of Dale Jr. He got the wave around. 37 of Austin Wayne Self. Remember, he hit the wall and he had to come down under green. Just a few laps to go in that second stage. That's why he took the wave around. Right now, they're the top 3 kind of pulling away. Like what we saw in that first stage with Creed, Castle, and Nemechek. And now it's Gibbs, Allgaier, and Berry, first, second, and third. Driving away from John Hunter, who's now falling back to 4th place. Daniel Hemrick is 5th. Noah Gragson is 6th. And they're really pulling away because this 39 car is holding everybody up. Like Ryan Sieg is currently, this is not working out too good for not only Ryan Sieg, but everybody else behind him because they're losing so much time trying to get around this 39. Who's just unable to get in the gas. I believe that right front tire, or maybe the right rear tire, just no speed right now in this 39 car. Landon Castle stuck in behind the 39. It's been a terrible restart for Landon Castle. There's that 19. I was kind of surprised we haven't really seen a whole lot more out of Brandon Jones tonight. 4 top 10s in the first 5 races. It gives him a 6-point lead in the standings over Daniel Hemrick, but hasn't really had a whole lot of speed, unlike his 2 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates. Still a long way to go here as another driver who has now cracked the top 10 for the first time tonight. How about the 21 car, Austin Hill, on the move now, up to 10th place behind Sam Mayer in 9th. Anthony Alfredo has now driven back up to 8th in that 23 car. So Austin Hill getting quicker as the night goes on, like the 9 of Noah Gragson, as we have a car on pit lane. Trying to see who that is, the 35 car. He's one of the cars on pit road, Patrick Emmerling. I think there may have been another car on pit road. But a unscheduled pit stop for the 35 of Patrick Emmerling. Ty Gibbs continues to lead the way. He's not been able to drive off like he did in that when he got the lead in that second stage. In fact, as we had a 37 back on pit road, Austin Wayne said that may have been who I first saw. But not only has Gibbs not been able to drive away, I'm looking at his line. He's not even running the same line he was running at the end of that second stage. And maybe that's only a line that works better on older tires. Maybe the quicker way around the track on new tires is try to get, run that bottom lane like they're running right now. And that's what they're doing with Ty Gibbs, Allgaier, and Berry. First, second, and third. The 35 coming back to pit road. He was speeding on pit road, so a speeding penalty for Patrick Emmerling. Austin Wayne Self just now coming off pit road. He's going to come off the pit road right in front of the 18 of Ty Gibbs. These 3 cars, they've opened a 2-second lead on John Hunter Nemechek in 4th. Daniel Hemrick now 5th, Sheldon Creed. Moving up to 6th, getting by Noah Gragson. I want to go back to Ryan Sieg. He's now, I believe the 39 is now the last car on the lead lap right now. He's falling back to about 20th place. Or it might be the second, the last car in the lead lap, because you still have the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. There's Junior. Oh, look at Amberling. Oh, Amberling came off pit road. Allgaier in the middle. Gibbs up top. And now we got a race for the lead. Justin Allgaier trying to grab that lead away from the 18 of Ty Gibbs. Amberling came off pit road at probably couldn't be more of a worse time for Amberling to come off pit road if you're the 18 of Ty Gibbs. Had to run a little bit higher up the racetrack, and now Allgaier trying to grab that lead away. And how about that 20 car, John Hunter Nemechek? He's been working that second lane like Ty Gibbs was doing earlier, and he's now gotten around the 8 of Berry. He's gotten around the 7 of Allgaier, and now going after the 18 his teammate Ty Gibbs. And now Nemechek working that second lane, and he's going to grab the lead away back. He was running 2 seconds behind Ty Gibbs and these guys. And all of a sudden, he went from 2 seconds behind to a half a second in front of Ty Gibbs for the lead. And Allgaier and Berry, they're having a tough time trying to get around this 37 car, trying to get around this 13, 35. I mean, it's going to be so frustrating if you're Allgaier, if you're Josh Berry, especially when you see a lap down car make it easy for the leader to get by, but it makes it harder for you when you're in second place or third place or fourth place. Because normally a lap down car is supposed to fight the leader the hardest. In this case, it didn't really look that way. Allgaier finally gets around the 13 and the 35. Now he has to get around that 92 of Dexter Bean. As the 88 of Dale Earnhardt Jr., he took the wave around. And he was unable to come to pit road, unable to get tires. And as you see this, hurting the speed on the 88 of Dale Jr. 50 laps to go. And there is more talk about rain within maybe 10 minutes of the racetrack. Will we get this full race in, or will it rain? Are we driving to lap 195? Are we driving to lap 147? We just do not know. But the rain is right on top of us almost. Because there's some reports being it's 10 minutes away. There's some saying it's 5 minutes away. There's some saying it's right on top of us. Maybe some sprinkles outside the racetrack right now. But if you're John Hunter Nemechek, you're just hoping. I mean, if it rains, you want it to rain all the way where it ends the race. But right now, John Hunter is setting a pretty good pace like Ty Gibbs was in that second stage, driving off in the sunset currently for John Hunter Nemechek. Josh Berry third, Justin Allgaier fourth. Daniel Hemrick's now fifth. Noah Gragson. How about look at Gragson up here now trying to get fifth place away on a night where he didn't qualify well, and he honestly did not really race all that well in the first two stages, but he got better as the race went on, and now here he is trying to get a top five. Remember, he won this race in the playoffs last year. That win put him in the final four. Last November, going after Daniel Hemrick, and he's going to use the 37 car as a pick. Sheldon Creed runs the 11 up the track a little bit, trying to make the pass work. There's Austin Hill back here, the back half of the top 10 in 9th. Ryan Preece is 10th. Brandon Jones 11th as the 99 of Stephen Parsons came off pit road. Now we have the 19 car coming to pit road. Brandon Jones. We're hearing the tire going down on the 19 of Jones. And he had worked his way just towards the top 10. And now the 19 car of Brandon Jones coming to pit road. A right front tire going down on the 19 of Brandon Jones. The 99 car of Stephen Parsons, or the 5 car of Stephen Parsons. The 99 car, Stephen Parsons, he was on pit lane for a possible mechanical problem. So that's something else we want to keep an eye on here. Possibly maybe an engine being let go on the 99 of Stephen Parsons. With Brandon Jones, he falls outside the top 25. Now 2 laps down in that 19 car. So his shot at a good finish is over. You see Nemechek, he's about to catch the 39 of Ryan Sieg. He stayed out on those old tires. And we're seeing how big of a difference the tire wear is. I mean, 60 laps on a set of tires, and you go from leading the race to going a lap down. I mean, that is insane, the fall off. I mean, I don't think any of us really expected the fall off to be that bad. And now Nemechek's about to catch his own teammate, Brandon Jones. And Jones, how hard is he going to race the 20? I mean, you know, it's bad enough if you're 2 laps down, but, man, you don't want to go 3 laps down. So if you get a caution, maybe if you're 2 laps down, if you get a caution, you have a chance to make up a few more points, a few more spots, because 1 position is a point. But there's Nemechek going on the outside of the 19, and you're seeing he's running that second lane that we saw Ty Gibbs running. And he's gonna drive by his teammate Brandon Jones, and there's that 91 of Preston Pardus. He's gonna go a lap down here, running in 27th place. He's gonna go another lap down. He's gonna go 3 laps down here. Working lap number 158. The laps are winding down. Nonetheless, here in Martinsville. Racing the rain. And the forecast says if it starts raining, it's going to be raining for a good... It's going to be a couple of hours until we find a window where it stops raining. Then we got to dry the track. So many believe that whenever it starts to rain, that's going to be it. Question is, will it start raining after lap 195? A lot going on here right now at the track. A lot of nervous pit crews down on pit lane, but right now John Hunter, nonetheless, he is a man on a mission right now. 35 laps to go. And we have a yellow out on the racetrack, and we're hearing it is for debris down in turns 1 and 2. So the caution flag is out once again. I believe this is the 3rd caution of the day, but the first one for a non-stage yellow. So the caution is out, and I believe the 39 of Ryan Sieg should be getting the free pass here under this caution, but we have 35 to go. I'm not sure if pit road was open right there or not. See if anybody's coming to pit road. I don't see anybody coming down. We got the 02 of Brett Moffitt coming down pit road. See some damage on the rear end of the 02 car, so that might be where the debris came from. So Moffitt's going to come down pit road. And it doesn't look like any of our leaders are going to come down pit lane. And we saw how important tires were. I mean, 60 lap tires. I mean, Ryan Sieg went from restarting the leader to going a lap down. Likely he's going to get the free pass here, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure how many sets of tires they had down on pit lane, but that could have been an opportunity for maybe a guy like, maybe some of the guys towards the back half of the field, like, Landy Castle, Ryan Priest, AJ Allmendinger. There's Derek Griffith having a great run, top 15. Brandon Brown's having a solid run in that 68 car. But a debris caution puts us under yellow for the third time tonight. And now that lead John Hunter Nemechek had on Ty Gibbs, that lead has now gone down the drain, and they're going to be having a pretty good battle here on this restart when we get set to go back green. So it's going to be Nemechek and teammate Ty Gibbs, the two Toyotas from Joe Gibbs Racing. Then you're going to have the two Junior Motorsport Chevrolets, Josh Berry and Justin Allgaier. And then you will have the Chevrolets of Sheldon Creed, Noah Gregson, Daniel Hemrick, Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and Landon Castle. I mean, Chevrolets all throughout the top 10. If you take away those two Joe Gibbs Toyotas at the front of the field, we will have 18 cars on the lead lap. Like we said, Ryan C. got the free pass. Now that we have the 20, we have 18 on the front row. And here, there may be a problem going on with the 20 car of John Hunter Nemechek. You see he's kind of moving his car back and forth. And on the radio, there may be a tire going down on the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. About to find out as we are going to go back to green here, this time by with about 25 laps to go. And a very odd restart there by the 20 of Nemechek. And Josh Berry's going to grab second away from the 18 of Ty Gibbs. And the 20 is going to come down pit road. A tire going down on the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. What a heartbreak for the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek. I mean, I wonder if he ran over a piece of debris from the 02 car. Brett Moffitt. But up front, though, Josh Berry got around the 18 of Ty Gibbs, but now Sheldon Creed. Remember, Creed was able to restart on that inside lane. And further back, 3 wide. And they're still side by side for the lead here at the front of the field. Sheldon Creed on the inside. The 8 of Josh Berry on the outside. Both searching for their first win of 2022. Sheldon Creed, though, searching for his first career win, period. Moving up from the Truck Series after a title in 2020. Austin Hill now inside the top 5, going after Ty Gibbs for 4th place. Nemechek able to get off pit road. He lost 1 lap, so that what a big blow for that 20 car John Hunter. He had this race possibly won had that yellow not come out, but because it was a tire that went down on the 20 car, I wonder if he ran over a piece of debris. And Brett Moffitt, this 02 car, remember he came down to pit. Remember he came to pit road. Brett Moffitt did. He got tires on. He was able to repair some of his damage. Now we don't know that damage came from Brett Moffitt or not, but that debris that brought out the yellow. But Moffitt, he is on the move, guys. Up inside the top 10 is Brett Moffitt. And they're still side by side for the late race lead up here. Let's go on the cockpit view of Daniel Hemrick. Let's see what he sees out of his windshield. See him working that wheel. Trying to be careful getting in the gas. And right there you see Josh Berry able to clear the 2 of Sheldon Creed. So for the first time today, give the sole lead to the 8 of Josh Berry. And we have another car coming to pit road. Is that the 21? Austin Hill coming to pit road. So trouble for the 21 of Austin Hill. He spent this entire race trying to make his car better, and they finally got him inside the top 10. We got the 02 on pit road. The yellow flag is out now. The caution is out. And we have a big stack up down here. The 51, Jeremy Clements. I don't know what in the world happened to Jeremy Clements. But the caution is out. We have multiple cars stopped down here in turn 1 and 2. We are under yellow here for the fourth time. A lot going on. You have Austin Hill. There's that 39 of Ryan Sieg. His car is stopped. Now remember, caution laps do not count. So even if the leaders pass you, you have a chance to stay on the lead lap, or at least stay on whatever lap you're on compared to the leaders. So it doesn't mean you're going to go a lap down necessarily unless you are unable to continue. But a lot has gone on here, and Josh Berry in position to possibly win this race after not really having a winning car for much of the night. And here's what happened to the 51 of Jeremy Clements down in 3 and 4. Clements up the track. Stephen Parsons, the 99, puts Clements in the wall. He cuts down that right front tire. We saw this happen to Clements earlier in the race, but this time something broke on that 51 car, because coming off turn 2, his car comes to a complete stop. And watch what happens here. His car is stopped. The caution lights are out. You see the lights on the fence. Watch Noah Gregson, Sam Mayer, Brandon Brown, Snyder. They all begin piling in. That's some pretty good damage on the 9 of Gregson, the 1 of Mayer. Now, I'm not sure if they are going to come down pit road or not, but whatever happened there, you know, Jeremy Clements and Stephen Parsons, they have just completely changed this race once again. And his contact off turn number 4 between 2 lap down cars. That puts us under caution for the 4th time tonight. What is going to happen next? Josh Berry, Sheldon Creed, and Daniel Hemrick, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here in Martinsville. Back live here at the racetrack, and we have some breaking news going on. Several cars under caution under the commercial break have came to pit road because they believe they had a tire going down after some of the debris down in turns 1 and 2. And we have Sheldon Creed, Daniel Hemrick among those, and the 18 of Ty Gibbs, who have came to pit road. And now they are going to have to start towards the back of the pack. The 9 of Noah Gregson. The 5 of Ryan Preece. 23 of Anthony Alfredo. There's Sheldon Creed. He was speeding on pit road, so he's going to be having to start at the very back of the pack. There's the 1 of Sam Mayer. The entire running order has just been jumbled up completely. So now what we have, Josh Berry is still the leader of this race. But look who's in second. AJ Allmendinger has a shot to win this race. He's going to be on the outside of the front row. Justin Allgaier, Landon Castle, and Derek Griffith. Those 5 cars, they stayed out. But a lot of the guys who felt like they ran over debris or something, they came down pit road, like Hemrick, like Ty Gibbs, Alfredo, Ryan Preece. Sheldon Creed, too fast on pit lane. He's going to have to start at the very back of the pack. The 9 of Noah Gregson speeding on pit road. Sam Mayer. I mean, this race is completely upside down. And we are going to get set to go back green here. With just a handful of laps to go. And the call 811 before you dig 250. Green flag back in the air. And we're hearing that the rain is here. There are sprinkles currently on and outside the racetrack. Are we going to get these final 25 laps in? Josh Berry has the lead. Allgaier is second. Allmendinger third. There's Castle and Griffith. 4th and 5th. There's Ty Gibbs. Gibbs, he came to pit road. And the 18 is going to come down. He's coming down pit road. More trouble for the 18 of Ty Gibbs. Another Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota having to make an unscheduled pit stop. We saw the 19 do it. We saw the 20 car do it. We have Sam Mayer back on pit road. The 99 of Stephen Parsons. This race is completely upside down as Barry now trying to hold off his JRM teammate Justin Allgaier. Josh Berry trying to become the 6th different winner in the first 6 races of the year. Remember, a win puts you in the playoffs. Able to run for a championship. Allgaier got the win at Phoenix. Allmendinger got the win at Atlanta. And now we got the 9 on pit road, Noah Gragson. Some more trouble for the 9 on Noah Gragson. So can the 7 of Allgaier chase down the 8 of Josh Berry? Jeremy Clements, by the way, out of the race in the 51 car. He's the only car off track currently. But we have multiple cars having trouble coming to pit road. And the yellow is out again, and we are hearing now it is for rain. It is now raining here at the track. And there's also something that's also happened in the 98 of Riley Herbst. But it is raining here at the Martinsville Speedway. We have another stack up here on the track, but it is raining here at Martinsville, and that is why we are under yellow. And the forecast says, if the forecast is any indication, I'm not sure this race is going to get back going under green. 20 laps to go in the race, around that 175. And Josh Berry could have just won this race here at Martinsville Speedway. And it has been made official. Josh Berry has won here at Martinsville. The rain came in and it's got a little bit too wet here at the track. As it continues to come down, we also have some lightning in the area. So this race has come to a close, and Josh Berry has won for the 2nd year in a row here at the Martinsville Speedway. Remember, he got his first career win right here in this race 1 year ago. He wins over teammate Justin Allgaier. As we take a look here at the results, the 2 JRM cars followed by 2 Collie cars, AJ Allmendinger and Lanny Castle. And career best for Derek Griffith. His 2nd career start. Comes home 5th place. Anthony Alfredo, a top 10. Ryan Sieg, he came from a lap down to get a top 10. Jeb Burton, a top 10. Daniel Hemrick had a kind of a poor restart on that last restart. Ryan Priest, 10th. Sheldon Creedy Pole Center, stage 1 winner. 11th, and Brandon Brown, 12th. And with all the scoring and all the all the officiating and all the checking the scoring loops and everything, these are the official results. Austin Hill ends up 13th. Kyle Weatherman, Kaz Grala, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 18th. John Hunter Nemechek 19th. Noah Gragson, he was a big loser when that big checkup. He got a lot of damage after the Jeremy Clements accident with about 25 to go. He and Sam Mayer both got damaged. That's why they had to keep coming down pit road. Brett Moffitt 23rd. Bailey Curry 24th. And another tough break for Ty Gibbs, who at one point had a car good enough to lap the entire field, I believe. Ends up 25th. Brandon Jones, his teammate, 27th. Tough finishes for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Truex had some trouble earlier in the race, 30th. Ryan Ellis, Dexter Bean, 34th. Stephen Parsons and Matt Mills. And then the rest of the best. Brendan Poole, Austin Wayne Self, Patrick Emberling, and Jeremy Clements, the only car out of the race. And now, 6 races in, and we now have our 6th different winner. As we take a look here at the playoff leaderboard, Daniel Hemrick leads the way on the playoff grid. He has a 4-point lead in the regular season points over now Justin Allgaier, who takes 2nd in the series regular season points. Both names are in green, and now Josh Berry's name is now also in green. Lanny Castle, Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, Riley Herbst, all Guys you would expect to get a win here at any point in the season. You have Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Myatt Snyder. Right now he is 16th, 5 points to the good over Sam Mayer, who also has another big blow in his early season so far. Kyle Weatherman, Brandon Brown, and Ryan Truex. That is all here for the broadcast here today from Martinsville Speedway, and now we will have the NASCAR Cup Series racing here tomorrow. It's supposed to be a picture-perfect day for Cup Series racing tomorrow, but unfortunately tonight the Xfinity race is over due to rain and lightning. So that will be it for the Xfinity broadcast. The Call 811 Before You Dig 250 is now in the books, and Josh Berry is now a 3-time winner in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. So thank you everybody for watching here live on the 4Y Broadcasting Network, and we will see you next week at the Richmond International Raceway for round 7 on the schedule. Josh Berry wins here tonight in Martinsville.